Right, hello, welcome to my new YouTube series. My name's Michael. I'm going to be building some cities in City Skylines, actually, of all things. So I'm picking one of the new maps from the Sunset Harbour DLC. So this one is called Azure Gulf. I picked this one just because it's got a vast variety of pretty much everything. So we've got some mountains over there in the background. We've got lots of rivers. We've got lots of flat areas. Yeah, it just looks like a really nice map that we can get stuck in with lots and lots of different things. My sort of gameplay style in this is going to be, fairly slow. I've got an idea for how I want everything to look in my mind's eye. Obviously, the start of games is fairly slow, so I will be limiting the sort of initial build when we unlock stuff. I just really want to sort of do a bit of a brief introduction, say what I'm trying to achieve, and hopefully you guys follow along. So the initial plan is, so we have this first sort of, let's show you on this view. So we have this this tile here unlocked at the moment. So what I'm going to be doing is working on getting a sort of road network in down here and up to here. I would quite like to use this sort of this is like a in-game train line, so I would quite like to utilise that if possible later. I think this area is going to be sort of the bulk of our residential. So as I'm building this up, I'm going to be doing the road networks, so we can continue to use them later. The buildings that go in here might not necessarily stay, but I think for the time being, it's it's the start of the game. We just need to get a few bits in, get a few squares unlocked, and crack on. So yeah, the initial plan is to have all of this as sort of one area almost. Then we're going to do like a downtown sort of highly built up area here. We might end up doing that around this section as well. Off in the mountains, we can have various other sort of different settlements up there, so we can load up there. Yeah, but obviously until we can unlock some of those squares, we're going to be more or less guessing. What's up there? Yeah, so I think we can just about crack on with this now. So yeah, let's get going. We are going to do a medium road. I think we're going to have that come sort of here, bend round and up there. So for the time being, we're just going to build this straight in here, down to around there. Yeah, that'll do. Lovely, and to connect that into the highway, we're not going to do anything too special with that. One in, one out. That will change at some point, but yeah, that's a way down the line yet. So we're going to start to build our grid network in off of here. Where do we want that to start? What we'll do another road off of here. This can be our other sort of mainish road. So that's 60 down there. And we're going to do a few bits off of here, so we're about halfway down that, sort of between these two nodes, halfway between them. And we're going to go for 12 by 12 grids on this. So the best ratio of road to grid sizes is a 12 by 12. So you end up with this sort of little square in the middle here where you can't build anything. However, for the price that you pay for the roads, you get the most buildable area per length of road. So we're going to go for these in here, and we're going to continue those down here as well. Okay, so we've got our electricity in, we've got our water in, and we've got this area starting to build up now. So we can have a little bit of a work on this section here. Where I do these grids, I'm not doing them all sort of uniform size. So this is going to be 12 by 12 grids here, and a biggish sort of open one here. This is obviously for the bigger buildings. When they come, they're going to need a bit more room. So we can grow up here without sort of demolishing too much of what we built. It also means that when we do build the service buildings, they will be sort of on this road here with easy sort of access to our main road as well. So it's not on the main road, however it's got fairly quick access to it. Junctions like this, eventually these will change, so this will possibly be a roundabout at some point, or I might do sort of like a bendy junction kind of arrangement here. I don't really know yet. We'll see. Obviously, when the sort of city gets a bit bigger and we have more traffic in, we'll see what happens with that. So in the future, this area is going to be sort of possibly some sort of transport hub, maybe. So we've got our highway links in easy enough. We've got another sort of, I mean, potentially we could alter this highway to join up with this one. But yeah, well, I think we'll tackle that as and when it comes. I think for the time being, where can we put all of our industry? I think what we'll do, just to get it in and done, we'll build it along here, and we shall do another little bit of road there. So this is going to be the sort of 10 by 10 one here, just because they're long straight roads. So for the time being, just want enough sort of industry in just to get us going, just to keep our needs sort of met. But I imagine that's the actual usage of this area will change, so all of the industry from here will come out at some point. What we could do, so we're still, yeah, we're way off of being able to do any sort of big power plant. I should have put one of those in at the start, really. Never mind. I think for the time being, just keep it sort of fairly basic, fairly simple, and we can alter it later. But we do need to encourage quite a lot of people to move in fairly quickly, because we're losing money now. So what I'll do, I'm going to yeah, I think I'm going to go off camera for a bit, start building this area up a bit more, and then once that's done, I shall come back and show you what's going on. Right, okay, so I've been building up the area a little bit. We've now got to Little Hamlet, so we've got 400 people. We can get our first loan, we can alter our taxes, we can do some garbage collection, healthcare, and we can also build education and campus areas. I don't think we're going to be doing that just yet, but obviously we get all of the buildings that go with that. So we get the trash, we get the schools, we get medical clinics, recycling, and yeah, a few other bits and pieces. Right, so we are going to... Okay, so we are now going to put in our garbage collection over here, in our industry area. Don't really like the landfills, just because, I mean, you know that once they're in and placed, they're sort of there until you can empty them later on, which is one of the reasons I don't particularly like them. Right, so we've got that, we've got some medical, and we've got that now, so quick look through the rest of our needs, and we're alright on everything for the time being. So yeah, we just need to wait for the population to grow a bit. I'm gonna continue to sort of build our road network down here, and probably extend this a little bit here. So where this comes down, I want it to bend round here, and this is going to sort of pack in a lot more in this area here, and I don't know what we're going to do with this bit just yet, but obviously we can adjust that all later depending on what happens. Okay, so we've hit a population of 800 now, so we can unlock another square, we can do districts, policies, we can get a second loan, we can specialise in districts, and we can do a few more sort of city service buildings, and a few sort of general policies and specialisations for things, and some other buildings as well. So what I've done for what I've done so far, built our main road sort of down here and bent that around. We started to put in sort of different sized grids up here. I want this area to sort of be, I mean, this is potentially going to be some sort of transport hub. This is going to be some sort of leisure specialisation eventually, I think. Possibly with a few sort of different parks in there as well. Right, so we're going to have a look at some of our other buildings that we've got. So we've got the fire station. So we're going to put one of those in, I'll probably put that over here. So if you didn't know, effectively the green areas indicate how easy it is for them to get to and how quick. When they do end fairly quickly, sort of down here, but you don't need to put in another one down here. Eventually, when we unlock the fire watchtowers, what's this? Oh, that's a different fire station. Fire helicopter. Fire state, right, okay. So, yeah, eventually when we unlock the fire watchtower, that's going to be much more effective at keeping an eye out for fires around the city. So we just put that in to, well, basically send out the engines when needed, and then do the actual watchtower when that's going to be required. Right, okay, we're now at Tiny Town, so we can have a look into things like parks and a few sort of different policies around the city. So I mean, there's nothing too much in this one. We can do a load more different roads as well. Does that mean we can? So we can do industry areas. Right, okay, so we can do parks and plazas now and industry areas. So what we're going to do, what I've done now, I've just extended our sort of grid network out here a little bit and started to curve this, sort of bring this in line with this sandy sort of beach here. Eventually I can see there being some sort of different layout along here, but yeah, this will do for the time being. Right, so we can start to put some of our parks in down here. So I said initially I wanted this as some sort of leisure area, so we're going to put one of these botanical gardens in. That should hopefully make them all happy. I'd be expecting a bit more of an area of impact than that, to be honest. We're going to do a picnic table thingy here as well. There, we can put that there, and right, plaza with trees, that looks nice, so we shall put one of those there. And over here we can put a small playground. That's going to be sort of by the... Put that right there, that's near enough to the school. And we are out of money, so shall we have a look at loans? What can we do with the loans? We can take that, and we're going to pay that one, and we're going to take that one. Right, so we've got power issues as well. Right, okay, so we're having brownouts in other parts of the city. We're going to put in a dirty, great big, what's this one? Coal? Yeah, coal power plant. Yeah, so we're going to put in a coal power plant. That should keep us going power-wise for a fair while. We can have a look at the power situation later on. Put this as like a sort of service area. We're going to put in another couple of little service buildings here. And we can put in a high school. So we can put the high school down here actually. See how far we can get that up there. So that can go right in there. And that can go right next to it. Excellent. Yeah, we're gonna make that a little park area, I think, actually. Right, so we're going to go for City Park. So what do we need? We need to do the zone for it first, don't we? So paint park area. So that's going to be around here. Splodge that in, lovely. Right, back to parks. And we haven't got enough money. Excellent. So eventually when we do, we're going to do 2 small main gates. And we're going to have them here. And we're going to stick in another sort of park in this bit, I think, and that should give us a bit more in the way of income that we can. Can't do anything with that just yet, and can't really do anything with those. So yeah, we're just sort of waiting for a few more people to move in, up our income a bit, and then once we're able to build a park in here, that will give us a nice sort of boost of money that we can use to develop the city further. Right, okay, so we're going to start putting our park in this area now. So I've just added a few sort of walking paths along here just to make access a little bit easier for there. Just sort of give me something to do while we're waiting for this. So we're going to put in a couple of park gates. Right, so we can do a side gate now and a park plaza, info booth, and restroom and cafe. So I think we need to do the side gate now. We shall have that there, and we're going to do a nice little path sort of down to there, around the back, and then back in there. And we can start to put some of our buildings on here. So right, we don't want that. That's the main gate. So we've got a park plaza. I've also got the park. I believe it's called Parkify mod on, so I can put the usual, the normal sort of parks in here as well. What we're going to do, we're going to come up here a little bit, and right, so we can do a cafe here, and our restrooms there. Park info booth, we can have that at the other entrance here. We can put that just there. And right, let's put in a sign here. Which way around does that go? Around that way, I think. A sign there. A couple of benches as well. Ooh, come on, turn round. So I believe, is it Shift and P? Yes. So Shift and P, just putting prop and tree anarchy on, just so I can get these bits in along here. There we go, a couple of benches there. And we'll also do a little info sign. Where can that go? That can go here. Right, right. So standard parks as well. We could put one. We could put one with trees in. We'll do it that side. Put it there, and then eventually, when we unlock a few more bits and pieces, we can look to change that around a little bit. So at the minute, so alright, we're already okay. So we've got a fairly large expense, but we're making money off of it. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, that doesn't end up costing us lots of money. That'd be quite annoying. Okay, so I've just had a bit of a mess about with the park area. So I built this sort of little thing up here, just a couple of tables and chairs in there. I left this area sort of blank just because of the lamppost, so they can sort of walk in, mill about there, and just enjoy the place. At the moment, we don't appear to be. We're not earning too much money from it. I think up until the levels start going up, I think that's when we can start getting a bit more money out of it. Just because it'll be more recognised. So what we need to do now. We just need to continue our zoning off down here. So we're going to build all of this as residential and have a bit of commercial in there as well. Right, okay, so we've just zoned out this area down here now. This should help us get up to our next milestone of, I believe it's 2,200. It is, yep, so we can get another square, and then we can start doing things like the buses and other bits and pieces like that. We can also get trams as well. Okay. A few more policies, and I mean just general infrastructure after that by the looks of it. A few more power options, few more road options, few more health options. I mean, yeah, okay, so there's quite a lot that we can unlock at the next one. With that in mind, I think what I'll do, once we do get up to that point, I'll cut the video there and tackle all of those as another sort of issue. Tackle all of those as another project. So these 4 lane roads that are built around the outside here, what I'm going to try to do is sort of put either a monorail system or tram system on these. I haven't decided which one, possibly a bit of both. It depends on how it pans out. So we still do have a fairly large need now. This area is filled in for more residential. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a little sort of bit down here. We come off of our road here, down to about there, and we're going to bend this road round.
And now we've succeeded in letting you drive the undrivable. The Jubilee Dementia. The car engineers said
should we connect it in there? I don't know, that's a bit close, isn't it?
and experience what scientists for decades claimed was beyond the realm of safe driving.
Put it in there, and then we can make this road
Be reasonable or
come
be
down there.
fast.
That's no, that's rubbish.
You're listening to
We'll redo that. Ooh, what we could do actually is we could come off of here though. That would work. That's much better. And then we'll just do a straight little bit of road in here. Yeah, that's better. Right, so that's cover that with some water pipes there. Electricity, so that we should be able to get that to jump across to there anyway, but we'll put some power lines just in case. And we shall start zoning all of this in. So start zoning this, here we get. We want to keep that main road free from houses, if possible. I'll come back to that in a moment. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Right, marquee. Take that out and zone that in. I think. Ooh. Yeah, these people, they're right by the river there. Hopefully that doesn't come in and out too much. It's wobbling about a bit. I'm hoping we don't end up with flooding issues down there at a later date. That'd be fairly annoying if we have that. Right, so while we're sort of waiting for our city to grow up, we'll have a look at some of the other bits and pieces we've got. So education-wise, we're sort of good for that. We'll put in a public library, so we can have that. That actually gives a boost, doesn't it? It does, yeah. So where are our other buildings? Right, so we could put that here. And that will then boost. Yeah, we'll put it right opposite of them actually. So that'll give our buildings there a nice boost. What else do we have? So police-wise, we're covered. Fire-wise, we're covered. Obviously, there's the industry area, but I won't worry too much about that. Health. So we've got one down there. So we could. I mean, really, we would benefit from another one up here. So we're going to put that in. A sort of little service zone there. Right. Okay. Is that what's happened here? Oh no, that is alright. I thought they jumped on top of each other then. Got left anarchy on or something. Right. So no one's using our paths there. Got a couple of people using that. Right. Okay. How's our park doing? It's getting there, so we're making, so we've got quite a lot of entertainment value, so we should be alright for that for the next sort of little bit of time. We're just waiting for this level to go up here a little bit, so we're waiting for visitors to come into that. Right, so we still have a need for residential, quite a high need actually. So what we're going to do, we're going to bend our road here. We're going to go onto Bend Road and we're going to do it 15. So 15 by 15. And then we're going to come up here. Not too sure how I want that to connect in just yet. We'll do it to there for the time being. Don't really want to run that across too much. But yeah. So now we can just do a little bit more gridding here. So we're going to do our usual 12 by 12 grids along here. One in there, and we are going to do a load down here as well. Okay, so I'm going to end the video here. So if you do have any suggestions for how I can make things better, please let me know. This is one of the first videos that I'm doing for YouTube, so I've no idea how it's going to turn out. Don't know if people are going to like it, not like it. Don't know about things like the sound volumes. Hopefully the sound volumes are all right and you can hear me okay. And yeah, hope I'll be sort of having a bit of a play about with that tomorrow to make sure everything's fine. Obviously, bits and pieces like that. If you do have any suggestions, please let me know. Likewise with the city as well. If you want me to sort of look into doing something a certain way, give me a shout, and I shall try to do that. As the map sort of started off this way, I'm going to be saying that's going to be north up there, east, south, and west. So yeah, my plan is to extend this bit down along here, so sort of go east and get to this train line eventually, and probably start looking into doing this area as well. I think for the time being, yeah, we've got enough to be getting on with. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, and I hopefully see you again later. Cheers, bye bye now.